Hello everyone, it's me Lane and welcome back to my channel, Miss Lane Diaries. Today I'm going to share with you how to insert values using our MySQL workbench in two ways. We can use script and we can also use this GUI. So let me first introduce to you this first way. So we can use the script. So it's having this keyword insert into the name of the table in which you're going to insert. And then what are the values? So we have here, since our first attribute, which is the course number is, or course code is a varying character, so we need to put single quote here. Single quote and a single quote, and the same with the course title or the course name, and then the number of units, which is an integer, will not be included. So that's it. So if we're going to execute this one, okay, it will have now a value. So it is already inserted. Now, if you want to put many values, not only one, we can use this query. So we have to erase this one and insert into course values, this one, and just separate it with a comma in another one, so you can put many rows of values for our table. So if we're going to execute this one, so we have created that, and when we're going to look at it, there are already three here. Okay, so I said later a while ago that there are two ways on how we can insert values. We can also insert values through this one. So we'll just put the name of the code, ITP. For example, we have ITP 130, and then we have here the name of the subject, merging tech, for example, and then the course units is still 3. And then we are going to have ITC101. For example, we have computer programming, then its units is 3. So as simple as that, you just encode it using the GUI and then click apply. And then you're going to see here the script and then click apply and then finish. So the beauty that this MySQL workbench gives us is that it can allow us to have the script in the here in the query tabs. We can create scripts. At the same time, we can create here in this graphical user interface directly. What's the good side of creating the scripts is that you can be familiar with the SQL codes, and in here it is simpler. So it is better for you to be familiar with both of them, writing the script and using this GUI as well. Since we are finished with inserting a value for course, now let's go to instructor. Let's first insert values to those tables who do not have foreign keys. So for the instructor, we have here insert into instructor values, the primary key, the last name, and then we have the first name, and then we have the middle initial, and then the other one. So if we're going to execute this one, okay, so it has values now. So if we're going to look on instructor here, it has values now, two values. Now let's go to the training. So for the trainee, insert into, here we have the trainee values, and then this is the ID and then the name and the last name and the first name. And this one is for the middle initial and this one is for the gender. And this is the second value. Okay, let's execute this one. And let's look on the trainee column. So there are two entries already. Okay, now let's go to the class. Okay, so in the class, we remember that it has two foreign keys. The foreign key is the course number and the faculty ID. Okay, so insert into class values the class code, the class day, the class time, and the foreign key. When inserting for the foreign key, be sure that it is existing so that it could not violate the referential integrity constraint. It means that you're going to add a value that is already existing in the reference table. So if we're going to look on the um, course, in the course table, we already have here ITC 121, ITC 101 as our computer programming. So if we're going to go back to our class, ITC 101 is present. And we should always remember also that instructor ID is another foreign key. So let's go back to our instructor if ICS123 is existing. So let's go to instructor ICS123. It is existing. Before we are going to execute the said code. So let's try to execute this one. Okay, so it's good. It's good to go. So let's look in it on the class. Okay, so it's existing here. So there's no problem because we ensure that the course code and the instructor ID is already existing in the reference table. So for our last table, we have class trainee. So insert into class underscore trainee values. We have here for our class code and we have here for our trainee ID. So let's first check if these are already existing. So for the class, we have here IT2A and IT3A. And for the training, we have here 2004-001 for How Linda. So let's try to execute this code if it works. Okay, so it works. It is successfully executed. So let's try to look at it. Okay, so here it is. So it means that when there is no referential integrity constraint violated, our data will be inserted successfully. So that's how to insert values using our script, and we can also use our graphical user interface, the MySQL workbench. So that's all for now. I hope that you learned something and see you on the next tutorial. Bye bye.